Hello, this is Shameca Tankerson, founder of Stiletto Wealth Society, head power player and creative director of SuperNova Sales School and the Power Playground, the virtual training center for business leaders who desire to master 5 figures in a day. I help my clients accelerate their financial success by using simple yet powerful high-end client enrollment strategies. And you are at SuperNova Sales School. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited about today's call because I'm going to be teaching you the 7 keys to selling with preview calls. And I know that a lot of you have been on webinars, you've been on teleseminars, calls where you jump on a call with someone, they explain to you about your business, and there's probably a little bit of confusion about how do they do it in a way where it works and people raise their hands and say, yes, I want to work with you. So I'm going to give you the 7 keys today, but I'm also going to share with you some bonus tips, tools, and resources that are going to totally rock your world. So hold on to your seat. I'm just going to jump right in. So the first thing I want to answer for you before I go into the 7 keys is what the heck is a preview call? So a preview call is really it's a call or a webinar or a recording that you put together that previews your work, your program, your services. Preferably, if you're part of SuperNova Sales School, you've already put together a signature system. So it previews your signature system, which basically shares with your ideal clients or prospects exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to get from point A to point B, or from where they are to where they want to be with working with you. And so I'm going to show you how to do this today using a call. And then I'm going to show you how to repurpose that call so that you can use it to generate more leads for yourself. So again, I'm super, super excited. I'm going to just jump right in because I don't want this call to be too long. But the first step in the process, so once you get them on the line, you're going to open up your call. So you're going to start the call off with a bang. So the first step in the process is to engage. So I hope that you have a pen and paper so that you can take notes. You want to welcome them, and you want to insert the name of your talk. So like if I were to use today as an example, I would say, welcome to 7 keys to selling with preview calls. So that's what you want to do. You want to insert your 3 keys, your strategies, your tips, however you've named your session. So welcome to 7 keys to selling with preview calls. Then in the engagement process, you want to let them know why they are here and what they will learn. And I've just sort of modeled that for you in the beginning of this call. You're here because you're going to learn about how to sell with a preview call, and here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn those 7 keys, plus I'm going to give you some tips. So you want to do the same thing. You're also going to point out to them that they may struggle with, and then insert their struggles. Okay? So I'm going to recap those 3 steps in the engage process. You're going to welcome them, let them know why they're here and what they will learn, and then to mention to them that you may be struggling with, and then you're going to insert some of their struggles, some of the problem that they face or the challenges that they have. Next step in the engage process is you want to share with them that it really is possible to do what they are hoping to do. Share with them that it's really possible to do what you're hoping to do. The next step is to share why they should stay. So you want to say, later on in the call, I'll be sharing, and whatever it is that you'll be sharing. So how you can engage with me further. Like I told you guys, I'm going to give you some tips and tools that are really going to wow you and help you knock it out of the park with this. So that's my later on in this call, and I just realized that I have sorry, I'm like sidetracked. I'm looking at this image. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not an uncopyrighted image. Sorry, I just pointed that out for myself. I need to change that. Okay. So later on in the call, you'll be sharing. So you want to give them a little nugget and save something really juicy for the end of the call so that they stay on with you till the very end and don't leave you in the middle. Then you want to tell your personal story. Keep it short. Keep it like 3 minutes long, 8 minutes on the long side if you're a great storyteller. If you're not really a great storyteller, you do want to tell your story because it allows people the opportunity to connect with you. But the part of your story you want to tell is the part that has to do with the problem that you're solving on your preview call. That's related to the problem that they're having. All right, so that's the engaged component. I'm going to go back through it again to make sure you have each step in your notes. You want to welcome them. and then insert the title of your call. Let them know why they're there and what they'll learn. Mention to them that they may be struggling with something and introduce what those struggles are, insert those struggles. Share with them that it really is possible to do what they're hoping to do. Share why they should stay with you. So later on in the call, I'll be sharing, and then you'll let them know that. Keep your personal story short to 3 to 8 minutes, but share your personal story at that point. So that's how you engage them and get them with you on the call. Okay, I'm not going to do my personal story because this is a training call for people who are in a program with me. So let's move forward. You guys already know me. You've probably heard my story several times. Next step in the process is teach. So now you're going to teach your 3 keys, your 5 secrets, your 7 gateways. You're going to teach the steps in your signature system. You're going to teach how you get people to the transformation or solving their problem. So I'm going to teach you the 7 keys to selling. So you're just going to jump into each key. So share great content and examples of what will happen when they take action. I always say for every point that you have, you want to have a story that drives it home, or an example that drives it home, some imagery that drives it home. So you're going to give the point and then share a story. And then also share tools that they can get started with right away. If you can share with people some resources that they can use immediately to put this in action, or a little exercise that they can do right then and there with you that shows them, gets them, to a step towards where they're trying to go, especially something that shows them, oh, wow, this really does work, then you have people hooked. They're waiting for the next one and the next one and the next one. Got it? All right, so the second step is to teach. You're just going to share your keys, your secrets, your gateways, whatever your steps in your process are. Make sure you share great content. Give examples of what will happen if they take action, and then share tools they can use to get started right away with each step. Okay? Next step in the process, like I said, this isn't going to be a super long call, but I am going to open up for Q&A if you guys have questions at the end. You're going to present the cost. So once you teach your steps, you're going to get your audience in touch with the ache or the longing that they have. Like, what's the problem? So present your audience, get them present to what the cost is for their health challenges, their extra weight, their lack of money, their lack of relationship, their lack of having captured their family growth to this point. I know we have some photographers on the line, so I want to just share what that would be. Like, what do you lose? You don't get that time back, right? So get them present to the cost of not changing their situation. Okay? And that's that step. So you just want to talk about it. You want to give them stories and scenarios, stories of clients you've had in the past that had that situation, people that you've met that have had that situation. Tell them a story that gets them to that place. The next step on the call is you want to present what's possible. You want to get your audience in touch with their vision, the vision of the bigger future they have for themselves, the vision of passing along memories, the vision of their financial future, whatever it is, but get them in touch with what's possible. So how do you do that? You want to walk them through the experience of having what they want. So walk them through that experience so they can visualize it in their head, the money, the relationships, the better health, whatever it is that you're offering. Walk them through the experience of having that. What does that look like? What will they be able to do once they have it? Then mention other client successes or research that you have that will back you up. So tell more stories. That's all you want to do, is tell more stories. Stories sell. They're super important. Then you can also, another way that you can do it is you can also provide statistics or case studies that are linked to the work that you do and the transformation that you provide. So just get them connected. Here's what's possible because it happened for this person, or there's a study that shows when you do this, this is what happens. Okay? Get them present to it so they can see, you know what, I can do this. This is for me. Like Audrey Hepburn quote that says, anything is possible, right? The very word, like impossible, says I'm possible. I'm possible. I think that's what the quote says, something like that. All right, so next step. You guys with me there? So I'm going to go back and just recap these steps. First step is engage. You want to start the call off with a bang. The next step is teach your keys, your secrets, your steps, your gateways. The next step is to present the costs, get your audience in touch with the ache or the longing or the desire that they have for this new situation. And then the last step that we went through was present what's possible and get your audience in touch with their vision, the vision that they have for themselves, their life, their business, their health, their family. All right, here's the next step. So the next step in the process, I think we're on step 5. Yeah, step 5 in the process is make your offer, make an invitation. So I would call this an invitation. Probably want to change it right now. Let's do that. It'll make me feel better. Okay, so you want to, let's just make it invite. So you want to make an invitation, okay? You want to offer your powerful, profitable program. So here are the steps that you want to take when you're making the invitation. Remind your listeners of the cost, the ache, the longing. So go back to what were the costs and sort of talk about those costs. And then say, that's why I created. So I would say something like, you may be experiencing, or some of you on the line, this is what's happening. And you'll talk about the ache and the longing again and the cost and say, that's why I created that. And then you insert your program or insert your service or insert your signature system. Okay? And name it. You know, I'm all about naming things with benefits-driven titles. So you want to have a benefits-driven title, a title to your program or your service or your package that allows them to see what the benefit's going to be. I always use the example, get into your skinny jeans in 90 days or less. That's a great example to use. So whatever the name of your program is, but make sure it's a benefits-driven title. And then there's 2 ways that you can do this. So you can either offer them a program that they need to pay for. So if you're doing it live, and I'm going to give you some tips and strategies for how to do it live, and you have a sales page, which is a website that they would go to that sells your program or your product, not your website, just a page that specifically focuses on the product that you're offering, then you want to give them the URL to that sales page. Ask them to open up their browsers and go there with you, and then you're going to review and lay out the benefits of the program. That's one way to make your offer. If you're not selling a paid product or you don't have a sales page to sell with, I would offer a free session. So remember, I did the training on free sessions that sell a couple of SuperNova Sales schools ago. I actually think it's uploaded on YouTube, so that's one recorded SuperNova Sales school that you can go back and look at. When you do a free session, you don't want to say it's a free consult or a free session, because people don't value what they don't pay for. They don't value free sessions, and it's kind of a diluted thing because so many people are doing it. What you want to do is you want to name that session a benefits-driven title also, and then offer them to come to that. So if we use the same, get into your skinny jeans, you can say that you're offering for them to come to a no cost, get into your skinny jeans in 90 days or less session, upgrade your confidence session, whatever you want to call it, that has to do with the transformation or the benefits that you provide if people engage your service or program. So the 2 ways to offer are to either offer a paid program, and I would offer your entry-level offer. I wouldn't try to offer your high-end, so offer your entry-level offer if you have a sales page. If not, what you want to do is you want to offer whatever your benefits titled free session is. Once you make that offer, you send them to the page for signing up for your session, or send them to your calendar for signing up for your, or the application for signing up for your session, or you send them to the website for buying your program. Now you want to lay out the benefits of the program for them. What are they going to get when they engage with you? Describe who it's for and then emphasize the results. Got it? Who's it for? Emphasize the results. So you want to tell them, you know, by doing this program, you're going to lose weight faster than you ever thought you possibly could. Those jeans and clothes that you've been having hanging in your closet because you swear you're going to be able to fit them, you'll be able to get into them. Okay, so you want to talk to them about the benefits of working with you. You'll never have to guess what to eat again, and you don't have to eat bland, non-yummy food. You know, so tell them what the benefits of your program is. The next step in this process is to address objections regarding lack of time or money. Those are the two #1 objections that come up. So as long as you at least answer those two objections, you should be pretty good. Typically with time, any training that I teach my clients to do, that I teach you to do, I'll be teaching you how to record them. So you let people know it's recorded, or they're going to get a home study course that they can go back through everything again. That's one of the ways you can address lack of time, or that they can do it on their own pace. Maybe it's not on a specific date. So, or maybe you have sessions available at odd hours that they can come to, so that you make it easier for them, or maybe you come to them. So there's different ways that you can address the lack of time, but lack of time and money are the two that you want to address. The way to address lack of money, you always want to compare the cost to something else that they're expending money on right now in their lives. So I have a client right now that we're working on an autism program. And so what we were looking at is what do they have to pay for that this program will help them to avoid paying for? And there was a couple of things. They have lots of medical expenses that they have because their kids oftentimes hurt themselves or harm themselves, and they have to go to the doctor often. They have to pay for like someone to come alongside of their children, like a behavior specialist for behavior therapy, which could cost much, much more than the cost of her program, which she was basically a behavior therapist herself. I wouldn't necessarily call her a therapist, but she teaches those same strategies. So they're going to learn those strategies in the program, which means they're going to be able to possibly save the cost of having to make that investment. So now you can compare that. So that's how you deal with the objection of cost. You look at what is the cost of not doing it? What are the things that you are investing in or paying in because you're not doing this? Or the cost, you know, money sometimes could be intrinsic too. Okay? Like what would it cost you if at the end of your life you didn't have the captured moments from your families and photographs, your children's growth, or the special moments in life like weddings and birthdays and different things like that? What if it was all said and done and you had none of that? You couldn't see it, you couldn't pass it on to anyone else. What's the cost of that? So that's more of an intrinsic cost, but you want to address those two. So in the offer section, in the invitation section, I want to go back to make sure you have this all down in your notes. This is good stuff, right? If you follow what I'm giving you, this is going to be a super powerful tool for you. I mean, you can do a call like this within the next week or so and just get it recorded. So in the offer section, you want to offer your program. You're going to remind your listeners what the cost is, the ache, the longing, not the monetary cost, but the cost of not having the problem solved, the ache, the longing, the desire that they have. Okay, what's the cost for having the health challenges, the extra weight, the lack of money, the lack of relationship? And then let them know that's why I created Name Your Program. That's why I created this, you know, Skinny Jeans for Life program. And then give them the URL to the page where you're selling the program, or you're going to offer them your free session with a benefits-driven, really cool title. All right, so you're going to either offer them the Skinny Jeans for Life program, send them to that URL, go to skinnyjeansforlife.com, follow with me as I tell you this, or you're going to say, I'm offering right now at no cost to you for you to have a get into your skinny jeans in 90 days or less session with me. Strategy session, breakthrough session, whatever you want to call it. And then lay out the benefits of your program, describe who it's for, and emphasize the results, and then address the two main objections, time or money. That's what you do in your offer. And then we go on to the next step. So the next step in the process is you want to recap the offer. So go back and let them know, okay, this is what the offer is. And then you want to encourage them and invite them to sign up, but with a limiter. So let them know if it's a session, a free session, you want to say, I'm only offering 5 of these or 20 of these. It depends on how many people you have on your call with you or how many people you think you're going to do the offer. For me, if I were to have this as an evergreen call, I would say I only do 3 of these a month, because I would be offering my power sessions, and my power sessions cost $750 if you were to pay for them one-on-one with me. But I do 3 a month that I will do at no cost. I have that set aside on my schedule for people to kind of experience what it's like to work with me. Outside of that, you would make the $750 investment. So give a limiter. I do 7 a month, I do 10 a month, 5 a month, whatever it is. Give them some sort of limiter. If it's a program, maybe the first 5 people get something additional, or it's a set price until a certain date. Something that limits and makes them want to make a decision right now. Like today on this call, if you're listening to this right now, you can get it for X amount of dollars, but afterwards it will be a different price. So whatever that limiter is, you want to provide some sort of limiter, and then give them specific instructions on how to sign up. Specifically walk them through it, even if you have to show them how, even if you have to go to the page yourself. Tell them to go to the page, what to fill out, what will happen next, what they should expect moving forward. So give them specific instructions after you recap your offer. Cool? And then the last thing you want to do on this call is you want to inspire them. So you don't just want to hang up with that, oh my gosh, So typically by here, you would be giving them whatever the last point or bullet is that you wanted, but you want to remind them of what's possible and leave them on a high. Remind them of what's possible and leave them on a high. You can have, so for me, I always end my calls or my speaking with, you can have your more. I'm here to stand for your more. You can have more money, more clients, more travel, more of the life that you want, more freedom. Your more is available to you. And I talk about how it's not about the strategy, but it's about who you're being inside of the action. And so I'll give them something like a quote or a story that I'll tell, but I'm basically rallying them and leaving them excited about the work that they're going to do with you. So that's the last step in the process. And then I want to give you a bonus step, because you want to be known for something. We always talk about claiming your expert status. That's the second part in my 3-step permission to sell high-end blueprint. Permission to sell more high-end blueprint is claiming your permission to claim your expert status. Well, in that step, we talk about authority. What are the things that you do to create authority? One of the things you can do, this is a bonus step, so technically be step number 8, is have a signature sign-off. And your signature sign-off just explains who you are, the problem you solve, like how you can help them. So for me, I tell a story about FedEx a lot, and most of you have experienced that, where I show a FedEx logo, and I talk about how I want to be the person who reveals that arrow, and there's an arrow hidden in the FedEx logo that most people can't see. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so that's my signature sign-off. One of my coaches has a signature sign-off that's about a story about a guy opening the door for him, and he signs off saying he wants to be, he hopes that we will forever remember him as the guy who opened the door. So have a signature sign-off for yourself. And it could just be, I'm Shameca Tankerson, your Sell More mentor. So who you are and the problem, or Sell More high-end mentor, who you are and the problem you solve. You just want to have your own signature sign-off. And the reason why I put this picture here is because you guys know this is kind of like my signature, the shoes, the leopard print, and just the whole power stance really speaks to me. So I just put it there. It's about you putting your stamp on it. This is me, this is who I am, signing off. And that's how I would end the call. So it's not this awkward, okay, well, the call is over, or you just end and you stop recording. That's not a good thing. Okay? We don't want that to happen. So those are the steps. I hope you guys are writing your questions down. I haven't looked to see if there's anything popping up in chat. Didn't mean for that to happen. Forgot I was sharing my screen. Let's see. Do I have any chat going on? No. Okay. So here are the power tips I want to give you, and then we're going to open up for Q&A. This is a super cool power tip. So what you can do once you do a preview call, because I know some of you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, I got to do a preview call. That means I got to market to get people on the call with me. And then what if nobody shows up? I'll end up doing it over and over again, trying to sell this thing. I have a solution to that problem. You can record it. So here's the power tip. You can create an informational CD that you can hand out when you meet people, or even send to people in the mail of your preview call. And there's several ways that you can do this. As you see, I have some copies of actual CDs, but you can even record it, and I'm going to give you some tools and resources to help you do that. Plus, I'm going to walk you through on this call how to use one of those resources. So there is a resource that for $1 a CD, as low as $1 per CD, you can get one of these types of CDs that you see here with the jewel casing, just like this, created, and you can buy them one at a time. You don't have to buy them in packages. The more you buy, the less it costs. So $1 per CD would be the highest, but how cool is that to be able to walk into a networking event or go to a 3-day event and you've got these CDs in your pocket and someone wants to engage with you, you just hand them this audio of your preview call that leads them to the next step with you. This is where doing a preview call, inviting them to a free session would probably be most powerful, giving them the URL to go to there and to do the application. But I'm going to show you this. But the other way that you can do that, so that's one way, is you can create an informational CD, or you can use a product or something like Instant Teleseminar, or you can just send them to a link. So you can give them the link to a web page at the end. A link to a web page on your business card, or just send them there and say, hey, go ahead and listen to this free call. And this would be the call that you would send them to. It previews your system. It previews how they're going to work with you. And it's an easy and simple way to get started instead of trying to create something huge. Okay, so how do I do this, Shameca? How the heck do I create CDs that look like this that I can give to people and get them right away? I'm going to walk you through that, but I'm going to give you some resources. So here are all the resources for doing this. Kunaki is the one that I'm going to walk you through that does the jewel casing. So you just upload your audio, you upload your artwork. You can even, if you don't have artwork like the artwork that I have here, and all of these, every last one of these, except for the one in the middle here, I created this one myself, but all of this artwork, I got it done on Fiverr, which is my next little thing on here, on Fiverr. So you can use Fiverr, someone on Fiverr, to create, you know, a 3D case for you, or just create the image and you can create your own 3D case. But all three of these were made on Fiverr. The one in the middle, I made myself using, oh, and I didn't even put that on there, using a resource called, what did I use for this? I think I used PicMonkey to create the image, and to create the 3D image, I used myecovers.com, myecovers.com. myecovers.com. I'm telling you that again because I don't have their logo on here. Okay, so Kunaki is where you do the jewel casing CDs that you can get very quickly, and they're $1 per CD when you're ordering a small amount. Again, the more you order, the less the cost to process and create the CDs are, and you can order one at a time. You don't even have to order more. So 1 to 5, I think, is $1. I'll show you the pricing in a second. Fiverr is for creating graphics. Actually, let's go back through. So Kunaki is for creating the actual product. So once you have the audio and you have the artwork, you would go to Kunaki. Upload all of that. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Vervante is a publishing company. Let's say you don't want to do the artwork yourself. You just want to get everything done for yourself. So you record the call, which I'll show you the tools you can use to do that too. You record the call and then you send it to Vervante. They will create the artwork and everything for you. It's a little more expensive. So you're probably looking at anywhere from, I would say, $10 to $25 to create whatever the product is that you're looking at. I'm not sure what the CD cost is. It's probably around $5. I would say $4 or $5 for just a simple CD without a jewel casing. Maybe with the little flip, the little paper ones that you slide it into, like an insert. which is cool. You can mail with that also. They would put it in an envelope, but they would do all the mailing and everything for you. So you can just call them and say you had a new client and have them send it out. So if you wanted to go that route, they would mail them a box of them to you so that you would have them. This is a little more costly, but they also have a whole done for you type service. So where do you get the artwork? Fiverr. Like I said, all the ones I did were on Fiverr. You can create on Canva, which I absolutely love. I love better than PicMonkey because it saves my designs and I have templates so that when I go back, I can just make one change. Just like you can see these templates that I've created. I go back and I just make the one change here, and it's always saved for me. So Canva, PicMonkey, easy to use where you want to create your graphics. If you're good at it, if it's going to take you all day to do it, just go to Fiverr or pay somebody to do it for you. Pay your own graphics designer, use the graphics designers at Bravante, or pay someone on Fiverr to do it for you. I mean, for $5, I've gotten some really great artwork. Okay, so that's where you get the artwork done. Or on Kunaki, they actually have a system where you can create the artwork yourself, which for those of you who are just starting out, I would highly suggest this, because what's going to happen is you're going to get into creation mode. And when you're in creation mode, I will go back and answer your questions at the end, Teresa, so just so that you know. So when you're in creation mode, you get stuck a lot of times with, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And then you keep pushing the date back and the date back and the date back. So I want you guys to do this as quickly as possible. So I want you guys to do it as quickly as possible. So in Kunaki, you can actually just go in there and create a very simple CD cover using their template that they have in, and it'll turn out amazing, okay? It won't be branded like this, but it'll have the name of the CD and you can put a photo behind it, and I'll show you how to do one that looks something like this. I'm gonna do that with you guys in a second. Okay, so how do I record this stinking call? Like, do I just get on my phone and press record on my iPhone? No. You want to use a system like freeconferencecall.com or freeconferencing.com. You get on the call, you dial in just like a regular number. If you're going to have people on the call with you, like invite people to jump on the call with you, I like to do that for energetic purposes. Knowing somebody's there that I'm talking to works. You can put anybody on the call with you, or you can market it to your current database of potential clients and say, hey, I'm going to do this call. It's all about what I'm doing, the work I'm doing. Come jump on with me. I'll answer your questions at the end or something like that, and get people on the call with you. But you just hit record. So you mute all the line, mute everybody, make sure they can't talk at the same time as you. Hit record, and then when it's done, it will automatically create an MP3 that you can download and save to your desktop or save in your file folders on your own computer, and that's what you're going to use to upload to Kunaki or to send to Bravante, depending on which one that you choose. It's that simple. Same for instant teleseminar and for Zoom. The only reason why I would use these two against this is if you actually wanted to do slides like I'm doing right now. You can't record slides with free conference call. If slides are going to slow you down, just do the call. You're going to turn it into an audio anyway. I would use Zoom if I wanted to have a video that I wanted to repurpose later and I wanted to use PowerPoint slides, but PowerPoint's going to slow you down to create it. So you can actually do this as a call only, and it would be perfectly fine. You can do it on Zoom as a call only too. You don't have to have the slides. Same on Instant Teleseminar, you can do it as a call only. Instant Teleseminar would be a great one to use because it provides you a link that people can go back to so that you don't have to create a separate web page. So I'm giving you the tips you need to get this stuff done fast and not try to figure out all the stuff you don't know how to do. Instant Teleseminar costs, Zoom and free conference call are free. You have a level of Zoom that you can upgrade to that gives you, it's a very low investment. I think you can start as low as $9 a month, and then there's some higher versions. This one is about $67 a month, I believe. I don't know if they've raised their prices. I haven't used them in a long time, but they provide you with a replay link that creates its own web page that people can go back to. So all you have to do is give people that link. Okay, there is a more advanced way of buying your own URL and pointing it to the link that's to the saved or recorded thing on Instant Teleseminar, but don't worry about that unless you know how to do it. Okay, so let's say it's the skinny jeans. You can get, 7 steps to get into your skinny jeans is the call. You can actually buy the domain, 7 steps to get into your skinny jeans, and then forward that domain to the recording link that you have on Instant Teleseminar. So you have an evergreen page that people can go to. So if they see it on your business card, 7 steps to get into your skinny jeans, you just tell them go there. They just go straight there, and then they are able to listen to it. Okay. And doing it that way, for those of you who are coaching with me, I can walk you through some pre-steps you would want to have, like an opt-in page and some other things too. But again, that gets into the complicated. So do what's easiest and simplest for you to do, which would be free conference calling to Kanaki, unless you're familiar with all of these things. And you'll be able to do this like within the next 7 days, which leads me to, dun, da, da, are you up for the challenge? So I have a challenge for you. I am challenging you to do a preview call of your service, your program, your signature system within the next 7 days, within the next week. So by next Thursday, you should have on the calendar, I'll give you till Friday. By next Friday, you should have recorded one of these. So it should be on your calendar. Pick a date today. Open your calendar, pick a date, and then just start telling people. If you want people on the line, start telling them, this is what I'm going to do. Invite them every day. Invite people to jump on the line with you to preview your 7 steps to whatever, your 5 steps to whatever, your 3 steps to whatever call. If not, you can just do it yourself. You don't have to have anyone on the line with you to do this. Remember, this is an evergreen tool we're going to make use of for you to bring in clients later. It's going to be a freebie that you can give away so that people can experience or learn about how they can work with you. Okay, so are you up for the challenge? If you're up for the challenge, type yes. Awesome. Preview call in the next 7 days, type yes. Awesome. Awesome. Yay, you guys are up. Look, it's all about being in action. And I know it's like, what do I need to do next? What's my next strategy? What's my next, step, tactic? You got to get in action. And it's not even really about that action per se, but it's about who you're bringing into the action, So I just gave you everything you needed to create one of these. I mean, think about it. Some of you guys travel and go to events all the time, do a lot of networking. You can have a couple of these in your pocket that you just hand to people. And they're going to look at you because you're going to give them a created product. I mean, come on. If I walked up to you and said, oh, I have this product and I'm giving it to you for free, it's $1. It cost me $1, but I'm giving it to you for free. It's wrapped in a jewel casing. It's going to up level your authority immediately. And it's going to be very different than anybody else is doing. All right. So before I open up for questions, I'm going to walk you guys through Kanaki. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. Make sure. If you have questions, you can post them in chat and I'll get to them in a second. Let me go to my Kanaki screen. Okay, so here's where we're going. And I'm going to log into Kanaki too. So let me share the screen real quick so you guys can see that. All right. Oh, let me share this. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen. So here's the deal. Let's go to, I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to show you Kanaki.com. Okay, so you go to Kanaki.com. Oh, it logged me in. Okay, so you log in when you get to the page, and this is what the pricing is, just so that you can see. So 1 to 5 units. It actually goes higher in the in-between units, and once you go over 1,000, it goes down. But if you're only buying 1 to 5, it's $1 each. Okay, so buy 5 at a time, so they're $1 each. Or if you want to buy more, that's up to you, depending on what you're going to use them for. Once you get over 1,000 units, or you get over 500, no, 750, it starts to go down. But 1 to 5, so this is kind of made for the person who's going to be doing onesie twosies. Higher than that, you might as well just go to Vervante and let them handle most of it for you. All right, so that's the pricing. I just wanted to show you that. Your CD, you can either print CDs or DVDs. So remember I talked about having the PowerPoint. When you use Zoom, it automatically turns it into an MP4 where you can see the video. So you could actually give them a DVD. So that's cool too. And the pricing is exactly the same. Can I get a woo woo? $1 for a DVD. Now, how does that up-level your authority when you're handing folks DVDs? A DVD or a CD, which one do you want? Or you can sell it as a product if you wanted to. So it's up to you. If you want to create products later, that's a good resource to have. So you get a full color CD printing, you get a jewel case, you get a 2-panel insert inside of the CD, which you created all, right inside their system. You get a full color tray card that goes in the back. You get cellophane wrapping, a UPC barcode, so it's totally official, and they give you 24-hour rush shipping. Come on, guys. Come on, somebody. I just gave somebody something they needed to make a difference in their life and in the lives of other people that they're trying to help. All right, so I wanted to give you guys that so you can see that. Same thing with the DVD. It's a full panel. It's cellophane wrapping, so it comes looking super professional. So what does it look like when you get inside? So when you get inside, it looks like this. If you already have your artwork, all you have to do is you upload the artwork for the DVD. So I'm going to do that real quick just so you can see what that looks like. So you click upload. I'm going to use the 7 keys just because it's kind of off because of that, but that's what it would look like. So this doesn't work because it needs to be resized a little bit. But just so that you can see what happens. So you upload it and it creates the CD for you automatically. The same thing for the casing in the front. Okay, so that's if you have the image already. So if you already have the image, you just go to this page and you upload the image that you want and it will create it for you, and then you just hit send when you're done. You do that for each step, but I'm going to show you a much simpler way to do all of this. If you don't have that, that gets you moving. Same thing with the files here. They do it in tracks. So I forgot how long each track can be, but you can have more than one thing on. You're just going to need one track. So your call probably shouldn't be more than 60 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes on a preview call. So if you look at what we've done, I think I could have made this call for this training probably about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, probably max. And you want to upload that. So this is like if you were recording like small snippets or something, or you had a 3-step system that you wanted to put on a total CD. Just go to track 1. You're going to, same thing, find your audio file. You're going to upload it, put it in there, and then it's done. And then all you have to do is put the title. This is all the stuff that goes on the back. So you click here if you want Kunaki to add the barcode for you. You put the title in. All of this goes on the back. What the label is. So I would put your company name there. The copyright message that you want, the original release date. I mean, this comes out as a full, and then you just hit submit. It comes out as a full product. All right, so what if you don't have artwork? If you go here, hoping you guys can all see this. If you go here to open CD design tool in a new window, click it. You're gonna love this. All right, so now this is me. I'm getting ready to create a CD. We're not gonna use Beethoven. We're gonna change him so that you guys can see what it looked like. So I'm gonna choose a file. Let's see if I can find my headshot. Where am I? Am I in the right place? And sell more. No, I'm not in the right place. All right, here's my headshot. So I put my headshot in. See how easy that was? Now it's there. I would go here. So this is, we're going to call it SuperNova Sales School. Let's do it in caps. SuperNova Sales School. I'll change the color. And I'll change the font just so you can, I'm just showing you guys how to do this. What's a good font for me? Okay, change the size so that it fits. This is good, you guys get to see what it looks like. I'll go down one more. It's more than one. Okay, so SuperNova Sales School. So now I'm here. And this is sell with, oops, I can't even spell. Sell with preview calls. Sell with preview call. Ooh, my typing is awful today. Okay, sell with preview calls. Up here's the banner color. So I know this is my brand colors. If you don't know your brand colors, I would highly suggest that you get them so that your brand stays consistent. If not, just pick something on there, figure out what the number is, and choose that as your brand color. I do have a resource for doing that. I'm not going to show you guys right now how to pick your brand colors, but I don't like that. Oh, we'll just leave it. All right, so sell with power, sell with pre-recalled, and then change the copyright. So the copyright, just put Shameca Tankerson. I'd probably put Stiletto Wealth Society or Shameca Tankerson, I don't know. Anyway, probably Shameca Tankerson just because I didn't put my name in here, but you can put whatever you want. So now that part's done. And then you just follow the same steps for here. So we do the same thing. I'm just going to do the picture. I'm not going to do the rest because you already saw how to do it. See how it just works out? And then it's the done deal. Like, you guys should be doing a happy dance like right now going, what? Are you kidding me? And then the back of the tray, whatever you want it to look like. So that's all you have to do. And then when you're done, you just go back and submit it. And that's everything. You designed it all yourself. Then you download it. When you download the image, these are the images that you would upload. So you're going to, let's say we download this, right? So we get it. And then you're going to save it as an image, right? I'm not saving that. But I would have this full thing now as an image. And then remember when we were back here and I needed to upload an image, that's the image that I would upload so that it fits. How cool is that? Right? All right, so that's what I wanted to show you. That was it. So that's how you do it with Kunaki. You submit it, you pay your $1 or your $5 or whatever, however many you're offering, and your CD's done, and it will be to you with 24-hour rush shipping. All right, so let's look at some questions. And I'm actually going to unmute. So let me, what do I want to do? I want to share a different screen. So I'm going to go back here. And let me see. So who's got questions? Teresa, did I answer your question earlier? Okay, cool. Joe cracked me up. He's making like a growling noise for action. He's ready to get it. Okay, so why would you want to give a CD instead of a link to a website? You know what? I'm going to answer this again just to make sure that, you know what? I try to be a rock star. That's the thing. You guys are probably like, what is she talking about? I'm reading all the stuff in chat and I'm responding to it. Okay, so what you should probably be able to see since it's in front of my screen. Why would you want to give a CD instead of a link on a website? So you would give a CD for like networking, like to have it in your hand, to up-level yourself, to up-level your authority. That would be I just think about it when you're networking and someone says, hey, well, here's a CD you can take home. Or if you go speak, you know, you can give out those CDs. Maybe the first 5 people who turn in their forms will get the CD. If you're just offering something, nothing, like if you're not offering a paid program. So you want to say, hey, the first 5 people who turn this in, they get the CD. Everybody else gets an opportunity to do the session, whatever, however you do your offers at the end. But there's so many ways that you can use this to up-level your credibility and your authority. That's why I would want to give a CD instead of a link to a website. But you could also put it on a card and give a link to a website. I just think that for this process, the link to the website has many more steps to it because you have to buy a domain name because you don't want to just put this long, you know, link. If you do a link to a website and you just have an MP3, that means you have to create the page and put the MP3 in there, and you have to know how to do that and make it pretty and make it look professional. Then you have to create a link, like buy the link from GoDaddy or from wherever and send that over. So it's a lot more work. If you have experience doing it, then it's not that much work. You can just get it done. Or if you have a team that can just take care of it for you, then by all means, go for that. If not, this would be the fastest way to get this done. And it's also going to boost your level of credibility just by doing a CD. Cool? All right, any other questions about this stuff, guys? Any questions about the preview call structure? How it works? You guys got it? So I'm gonna review the structure for you real quick, just make sure there's no questions. Last chance, going once, going twice, more questions for you guys, things you're thinking about for yourself, how to utilize this. You got me here. I'm going away soon. Well, not really going anywhere, but I'm going somewhere. We're getting off this call, that's for sure. All right, going once, going twice. Boom. Okay, so here's the review. Here's the review, and then I have a favor to ask of you guys, so don't leave me yet. Engage. Start the call with a bang, right? Introduce who you are. You got all of the steps down. Next step, teach. Teach your keys, your steps, your strategies, your gateways, your secrets, whatever they are. Teach the steps in your system. Tell a story for each step. Don't forget that. That drives the point home. Present the cost. Get your audience in touch with the ache and the longing, the cost of not having their better life, their better business, their better clients, their better health, or the cost of continually having health challenges, extra weight, lack of money, lack of relationship. Get them in touch with the cost. Then present what's possible. Get them in touch with the vision, what the possibilities are. Walk people through the experience of having what they want, the money, the relationship, the better health, etc. Then make an invitation. Okay, remind them of the cost and then walk them through, emphasizing the results and describing who it's for, what your solution to their problem is, and then address those two top objections of time, lack of time or money. Next step, recap the offer. So let them know what the offer is again, and invite them to sign up and give a limiter with specific instructions, on how to sign up. Walk them through. People only do what you tell them to do. Then inspire them, remind them of what's possible, and leave them on a high. Get them pumped to work with you. Get them pumped for that vision that they have. Get them pumped that it's possible. And then the last thing that you want to do, which is the bonus tip, is do your own signature sign off. Who are you and the problem that you solve? A story that gets you there, a fable that gets you there, your signature sign off. Like, I'm Shameca Tankerson, your Sell More High-End mentor. Thank you for joining me. Whatever your signature sign off is. See you next time. It could be something funny. Just put your personality and make sure your brand is stamped on it. Okay? That's it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I'm going to stop the recording. Actually, let me go back. Let's stop my share. Oh gosh, I'm floundering all over the place. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording real quick.